This video is about a time-saving mechanism that companies may not be thrilled with, but I'm sure thrilled with it. And you're saying, okay, all I see is a blue background. Let's get to the meat of the tomato. Well, here it is, people. Check this thing out. This is a mini keyboard, of course, made in China for gaming or something, but it has a programmatic way to take in characters and push them out. So what do I do like 30 times a day is put in my username and password into company computers, which makes me nuts. I get tired of typing in my username. I get tired of typing in a 16 character, 18 character password. It makes me sick. Okay, so I bought this thing. I didn't think it would work. And it's all in Chinglish, and all in Chinese, and all in Mandarin. But guess what? I did figure it out. So we will go through now how to do that. So here's what this little baby is. It's on Amazon. Soak it up. I'll put the link into my YouTube video. All right, so to program this, you probably want to use a Windows PC. Don't use your company PC. Use just your regular old home PC that you use for web surfing and all that. So this thing comes with instructions for a download link, and it downloads from China. You know, it's a little scary that way, but you will download from China, and it has a program which is outdated. So here's how I did this. I first went to their links and I said, okay, let's download this program. It'll come down with something right about here. And this folder was called Setup 1 or something. I renamed it, but this is what their website tells you to do. In fact, I guess I could type that in and show you how to find it. So to find their software, you would say, let me read from this paper here, HTTPS, um, and we'll say DLSAYOBOT and setting.zip. So this is their main software for this little keyboard. And if I type that right, it'll download. No, didn't type it right. Sayobot, SAYOBOT.cn. Okay, I didn't put a slash in. Okay, so you'll down. Okay, setting. Anyway, okay, this gets the zip file. There it goes. It downloads it, right? So there's your file. And then you can find that in your downloads directory, which is here. Okay, so in downloads, it'll be called setting. There it is. Well, I don't see it, but it didn't make it, or what? Okay, download setting me too. Anyway, I don't see it, but it comes down to some file called setting. It's a zip file. And anyway, I renamed that file to this name here. So when you open this file up here, um, you decompress it first. I don't see where the decompression is. Let's decompress this thing. Extract all. Anyway, this is challenging, but now since I'm running Windows, I tried this on Mac, didn't work at all. So I'm on Windows now. So you double click through Windows, and what it does is it first says, I'm not going to run that. So you say, go ahead and run it. Run anyway. It throws up a web browser on a DOS prompt here. So it brings up a DOS prompt. This is actually a web browser running here. And it throws up your default browser and it says, okay, let's try to connect to the device. And by now, you would have your little keyboard plugged into your Windows PC. And I'm going to copy this thing off of here. I'm going to copy the URL because I don't want to use Edge browser. I don't know if it works with Edge browser, but I don't want to use it. So I'm going to use Chrome, which they say it works with Chrome, and it works for me on Chrome. So here we go, same URL. And now what happens is you want to make sure English is selected. If you know Mandarin, take Mandarin. If you know German, take Deutsch here, but I'm going with English, okay? That's what I can speak and read. Here's the device here. It found it. Do a connect. That's a little keyboard. Now, the first thing it does is it says, this is outdated software. Click here. So don't even bother with the software. Just click here, and you'll see it's downloading this thing called Setting V2. Okay, to your download. So close this up. You don't need it. Close this web browser engine. You don't need this. And now we go back to our downloads folder. In downloads, we're going to find the next file that came down, the setting v2, and we're going to extract that like this. So double click it, and let's see, extract it. Where's my extract? Well, go like that, and replace them all. And now we're going to run this one here because I'm on Windows. I'm running the Windows file. Does the same thing. Puts up, says, yeah, it's a bad file. Run anyway. It puts a web browser here. Don't close this. Just move it away. And now this is your web engine serving content to your browser. Okay, so the same thing. It brought up Edge here. I'm not sure. I want to run Edge. I'm going to copy this thing here. Whoops, don't want to do that. Going to copy this link here. Going to do a copy on it. I'm going to close Edge. Close this. Close this. I'm going to bring up Chrome again. And now I'm going to paste in that URL with a paste. Enter. Okay, now this is their new software, which supposedly works better. So the first thing you do is you plug your device in, plug a little tiny keyboard into the Windows computer and let it find it and let it run Device Manager to sync it in. And once it's done making noises and saying da-da, 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 do a search. So do a search here. It'll find it. You're going to click this once and you go down here and say connect device. All right, now this shows a rendition of all the keys on the device. And these keys here have not been set, but the first thing you do is you change these keys like this to one key password. So you go here and say key mode, and it'll give you a bunch of modes here. Just select one key password. So I did that for all these keys, okay? And now the password file here, it assigns passwords from a password file. So you get a password here, and you set your password. So I made a really good password here, like my dog ate my dinner, and vacation can't come soon enough. Okay, password 1, password 2, and we'll put in one more password here, and we'll say this is a great demo from the, and then that's enough. Confirm it. Okay, so we have 3 passwords in here, and now you can say fine. Let's set the button. So go to key here and say this key here was not in password mode, and I say, oh, I want to use passwords in this key too. So you hit the key, and you say, don't want default, I want a password key. So you say, and sometimes I can't find this. So I hit multimedia once and I closed it and I came back and it came back with the passwords. Yep, right there. So for some reason that works. Password key. Now, you can select any password from that file. You can name it password 4, 5, 6. Just pick the ones that you know that you've entered the password before and confirm it. Now, once that's done, auto enter means it'll put a return in, like almost like you typed your password in, click, 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 and you hit OK or you hit enter. Okay, this will do that for you. If you don't want an enter, like you're typing in some kind of PIN or something where there's a RSA token off your RSA device that you type in later, you would take auto enter off, and that's it. You're done. So now you can say save forever. You have passwords and all these keys, password username, password, something else, something else, something else, okay? And you can unplug this device now from your programming computer, your Windows 10 you've used to program this. You pull the device out, you plug it into your work computer or your computer of interest, and then when you press these buttons in, the big, long, nasty password gets entered, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. So here, when I press this, it puts in my username. When I press this, it puts my password. When I press this, it puts in my 8-digit prefix for my RSA token, and it makes life a lot easier. So what if someone steals this thing? Well, it could be used to break into your computer, so I'm sure companies are going to love this video. Anyway, since I don't like typing passwords 20 times a day and usernames, I don't like typing them 40 times a day. This will make my life a lot easier, and I'm sure that if companies see this video, they're going to try and block this. Whatever. Have a nice day.